KO debate series. We lit tonight. Y'all come through, man. Y'all know how we gonna show up and show out. See y'all all in the building.
Yo, what's going on with y'all, man? It's your boy KO. It's your boy Knockout. KO 86, Knockout Boxing, KO Boxing, whatever you want to call me. I'm live. I'm here. We back. Welcome to another episode of the Morning After Show. Please smash the like button as you come in the building. And I got to introduce none other than the singing OG, the fight caller extraordinaire, the proprietor and owner of KQKC Boxing Network, my co-host on Sunday mornings. He's in the building. Let's see what's up with him. KQ, what's happening, man? How you doing?
Man, what's going on, man? What's happening?
Chilling, man. Chilling. How's everything going with you this morning, brother?
Man, I'm doing good, man. A little tired, but, that's expected, calling fights and, trying to call play-by-play, baby. That's all. That's how we
I don't know how you were doing it. While you were calling fights, I was out at the comedy show. Enjoying some good laughs. While you were working hard, I was partying even harder. And now I'm ready to talk some boxing with my brother KQ. KQ, let me see who's all in the building. Let me speak to these people, and then we're going to get the show started, man.
Yes, sir.
All right. All things. What's up, brother? We got Skills from New Orleans. Hunter on the hunt. What's up, Hunter? Salute to you. Jay Will, what's good? Terrell Jackson, Bloodline, PSAV, Anthony Peanut Mason in the building boxing. Bow Time, what's good? Poi Pounder, NW, Lee Jackson, Night Rider, Mr. Bono, AWM Podcast, DC Dre, Marcus M, what up? We got Hardcore Casual, Leo Stays, OG Thrill Hill, Mr. Altruistic, what's up? Frederick Littlejohn, Isaiah WYD, we got AT Smooth, what's happening with you, bro? Showtime, the guy. 600 said, y'all please drop a comment and make sure you hit the like button as you come in the building and donate in that super chat. And you can also hit those cash apps. Y'all see them right there underneath each of us. Mine is $ Knockout Boxing 86 TV and KQ's is $ 275 KQKC. KQ, we had some pretty good boxing last night.
Yeah.
Pretty good boxing. The co-main event and the main event. Obviously, what we're gonna focus on as well as the hottest topics. And those were some short fights. Let's start with the heavyweight fight before we get into some topics. Guido got the stoppage over Alex Borariri last night in the co-main event to Jaron Boots Ennis and used Limo driver. What do you think of Guido's performance? He got cut from Top Rank, and so he's over there fighting on his own now, and he's able to get a victory and kind of show Top Rank they might have let the strong heavyweight go. What's your thoughts on what Guido was able to do to Alex Borariri last night?
Man, you know, Alex, I call him Alex because last name is hard to pronounce. But Alex, man, he was tagging him to be a big guy like that. You know, he was throwing that straight left right down the middle. He was catching Guido with a lot of left hands, one at a time though. And Guido just came out the next 2 rounds and pretty much started letting his hands go. And he was letting his hands go. Because at first he wasn't putting them together. He was throwing one at a time. Matter of fact, neither one of them was throwing jabs. They just pouring it out there, just putting it out there. Then, of course, Guido trying to knock him out. Soon he got out there in the first round. But still in all, he came out explosive. And I saw it coming because the way he came out. I don't know, his corner said, look here, man, you got to step on the gas or let your hands go, put it together. So Guido, once he put his hands together, then that's when he hurt Alex with that, and that was when the first knockdown came. You know, then Guido, he's a big guy. I mean, he's a big guy to be a heavyweight. You know, I mean, real big. And he showed that, hey, look, Thurman made a mistake, man. See, sometimes they don't get it right. Sometimes, you know, Thurman, they trying to cut corners, then they'll save money, whatever. So they try to get rid of the loose, you know, the baggage. Well, this was wrong. This was a bad move for them. Because, like I say, he got the size, he got the height. And I think you can work with a guy like that. When you got the size and height, you can, you know, you pretty much can bring him along. And that's what Guido did last night. He showed that you made a mistake, Thurman. And that's when he went in and did caught Alex with the 1-2, 1-2. So it was a good fight. It was a good explosive fight. And next thing you know, it was going slow. Then, man, there you go. It was over with. So hey, shout out to Guido for that. And Alex, he did good at the beginning, but just couldn't sustain them big punches. That's all.
Yeah, shout out to Bloodline PSAV with the 2-piece in the super chat. He says, was front row last night. Fireworks. Yeah, I know my dog Bloodline is a huge Jaron Boots Ennis fan. Marquis, I see you. Arena. Desmond, what's up with y'all? Texas DT20, TY007, WMS 702. Y'all be sure to smash that like button as y'all come in the building. Yeah, Guido, his experience showed. That's one thing when you come through under Top Rank, they know how to build you up. They get you good experience. And Alex, he didn't have the experience. He didn't have a big promoter backing him early in his career. Had a gaudy record, 12-0 with 10 knockouts coming into the fight, but you knew it was against lesser competition. Guido been in there with Richard Torres. He been in there with Makhmadov. He been in there with some really good fighters. So I'm not surprised that Guido's experience got him through the first little bit of success that Alex had. And then once they settled in and they really got to throwing them, his right hand got there first against the southpaw. And we know, KQ, that's always dangerous when you can get that straight right against that southpaw fighter. That's going to go right down the pipe and it's going to land on the button every time. And that's what he was doing to Alex. He was landing on his chin. Sometimes he hit him with the equilibrium shot. He just had that boy all out of sorts and discombobulated. From the first time he knocked him down to the end of the fight, all Alex was trying to do was get in that ring and do what he can to survive. And he didn't do it. And he got his tail out of there in the 4th and 5th round. So Guido, with the good performance, he's moving on, looking to build his career back up after losing to Richard Torres. And we'll see what happens. The heavyweight division, to me, after Alexander Usyk get out of here, it's gonna be wide open, man, because it's a lot of dudes that are in that division that are beatable. Like, you know what I mean? Nobody looks invincible. Nobody looks like they're gonna just take the top of the division and be an unbeatable, undisputed champion. So I anticipate when Usyk is done, those belts are gonna be like a revolving door, and they're gonna be rotating from left to right, and maybe Guido can be a part of that if he's able to keep his head down, keep working, get better, and keep putting on performances like this. So salute to him trying to build himself back up, because Top Rank said we're gonna show you the dough. We're gonna show you the dough and get you up out of here. You know, they don't like taking losses. So you know, it is what it is, bro. Shout out to Guido. Shout out to him for the performance, and I can't wait to see him fight again. Nah, Pat Greedy, I'm not sick. I don't know what's going on. My throat's a little sore this morning. Make me some tea. I should be all right, but nah, I ain't sick, bro. But yeah, that's all I got on that, man. You got anything else?
No, you should took your ass home last night. But
Yeah, probably what it is, man. Out there with them shenanigans and shit. But
yeah,
yeah,
but
we feeling good. You got
yeah,
anything else on that though?
no, not really, because like I said, Will, he did what he's supposed to do, and he showed top rank. Hey, look, y'all made a mistake, and sometimes eat your words, and that what happened. So hey, man, I'm glad for him. I like to see guys show people that they made a mistake.
Yeah.
And I like that. And I like that story he got with top rank and everything. So no, that's all I got on it.
Already. Shout out to Tim Carey, not Jim Carrey, with the 5-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. He said, absolutely nothing. He just showing love to the channel. I appreciate you, big dog. We got 130 people in the building early. Please, please, please smash that like button in here, man. Get the likes up to 100. We really need y'all to get the likes up to 100, and we appreciate that. So please hit the like button. All right, let's talk about what's going on over at the PBC right now. Sebastian Fondora pulled out of his fight with Keith Thurman with a hand injury. They are reporting that it is likely going to take place on the Manny Pacquiao undercard now. So that whole card with Keith Thurman and Sebastian Fondora has been nixed. They're taking that card off, and they're going to take that card and they're going to put it, some of it on the Lamont Roach Pitbull card. Some of it's gonna fall on the January 24th card with Manny Pacquiao. What do you think of Fondora and Keith Thurman being canceled? You have some people speculating that Fondora is not hurt, that the tickets just weren't selling. You have some people speculating that they weren't thinking that the pay-per-view was gonna do well, so they decided to cancel that card, and they're using his injury as a smoke screen. What's your thoughts on the Fondora injury and them having to postpone that fight?
Well, you know what? I'm not gonna say that his injury is not real, but they might be on to something, because I know my people and me, we don't think that the pay-per-view, the type of amount they're asking for, was worth it. Even though my whole chat they chipped in and donated to the pay-per-view, still we think it was just a little bit too much for that type of fight. And I think they did the right thing, and I don't think the pay-per-view was moving like that. But listen, they don't even have it out on Amazon Prime. At least last time I checked, they didn't. But yeah, that'd be a good way to sell that fight with more added on. So if you added on fights to another card, okay, then that makes sense. Okay, then more people will buy it. So usually PBC don't make a mistake like this. But sometimes who you got. Some of you guys inactive, some of you guys not fighting a lot, injuries and things like that. So that could be a possibility. But Samson said he injured his hand in sparring. So maybe so, I don't know. But yeah, I think that pay-per-view was just a little bit too damn much for Keith Thurman, who have been inactive. Remember now, he's been inactive for 3 damn years. He had one fight in 3 years, and that was with what's his name? Brock Jarvis.
Yeah, Brock Jarvis, yeah.
And that was it. That was it. So how he got a title shot, I don't know. But still in all, now it could take place on another card, and that Pitbull Cruz card with Lamont Roach. Hey, that's a good fight right there. So and that was gonna be December the 6th, like that. So yeah, that's how I feel about it. No, Keith Thurman just have been inactive for 3 years, and then come back and $80 pay-per-view. No, and a shot at a belt. I mean, come on, no. So I think it's the right move to make. So
shout out. Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, man. Shout out to Frederick Lil John with the 2-piece in the super chat. It says, once Boots switch stands, it was over for Lima. Yeah, we're going to get the Boots. Shout out to my dog Hunter on the Hunt, dropping a 20 bomb. Bow! 20-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. He says, yo, KO, not sure if you saw my email. The way these ninjas move ain't even my style. Only pointing it out to you so that you can distinguish the sheep from the wolves. You pretty solid, so I'm sure You do. Oh, 100%, Hunter. I got it. I thought I responded back to it, but I got it. I looked at it. I'm watching. I appreciate you too, dog. Yeah, I got it. You know, somebody like you having my back is very important, bro. So I appreciate that, man. We got Hunter on the Hunt back. In the super chat, being a member for over 2 years. You can make it to 300. I know you can do it. He said, "What's already known don't need to be spoken of." Oh yeah, man. We already know how it is on these YouTube streets. It gets real weird, bro. Real weird. But Fondora's injury to me, KQ, is two things. It's a blessing for you and I as fight fans, and it's a blessing in disguise for Premier Boxing Champions. It's a blessing for us because we don't have to spend our money on a pay-per-view that wasn't worth being on pay-per-view anyway, right? I didn't like that as a pay-per-view card. I thought it was a good card, but not worth $75 or $74.99, whatever they was trying to charge for the card. So that's a blessing for us. The other thing is the Lamont Roach card and the and the Manny Pacquiao card just got way better because what I'm being told is for the Lamont Roach card, they're gonna move the Jesus Ramos and Shane Mosley Jr. fight to that card. You're gonna have Foster. You're gonna have Frank Martin on that card now, and so it makes that Lamont Roach card even better. Then for the Manny Pacquiao card, that one gets a real boost because that's the one that's supposed to have Fondora and Thurman on it, and they also gonna move O'Shaquie Foster and Stephen Fulton on that card. So now you're gonna have Manny Pacquiao versus his opponent, which I'm gonna ask you about. You're gonna have Fondora versus Thurman, and you're gonna have Foster versus Fulton on that card. Now that card is looking like it's pay-per-view worthy. So it's a blessing in disguise for PBC because now they have an opportunity to have fight cards that people actually might want to spend their money on. So very, very interested to see how this goes. So they're gonna have one December 6th, one January 24th, and we're gonna see how they go. Another thing about this card I wanted to ask you, Manny Pacquiao, he announced that he's fighting on January 24th, but he didn't announce his opponent. Who is he fighting? Who is he gonna be fighting? What I'm being told is that Rolly Romero is the front runner to get that fight, but Manny and his team are trying to wait to see what happens on the weekend of November 14th to see if they might have an opponent that's coming from that fight on November the 14th, and his name ain't Jake Paul. Is what I'm being told, which is why they didn't announce an opponent, because Manny and his team want to see what happens in that Tank Davis Jake Paul fight, and they may want to do the Tank Davis fight because they don't want to risk Manny Pacquiao losing before getting a big bag with somebody like Tank Davis, because they feel like he already kind of escaped a little bit with Mario Barrios. And their mindset is if Manny Pacquiao was to lose to somebody, they'd rather be Tank Davis for a whole heck of a lot of money than Rolly Romero for way less money. And so that's why they didn't announce an opponent. But who is Manny fighting? Why didn't he announce his opponent when he said he's coming back on January 24th?
Well, first of all, let me start here. Mario Barrios fought Manny Pacquiao as a fan. He didn't fight him as a fighter. He showed him too much damn respect in that fight. And that's why Manny Pacquiao got the nod. Of course, now what I was hearing is that he was going to fight Rolly Romero. And if he wins, he have a chance to fight the winner of Tank versus Jake Paul. Other words, they want a Tank Davis and they want a Manny Pacquiao fight. Now, I'm good with that. You know why knock out? Because Tank needs that big name on his resume. Now, he's big already. We get that. We know what he does. We know how much money he brings in. But that big name right there, I don't care how old he is. I don't care how long he been fighting. I don't care how long he was retired and came back. But one thing about it, that name sticks out. When you pick up and look at Gervonta Davis' resume, that name will scream out Manny Pacquiao. All right? Now, and we all know how many fights Manny had. So he can adapt, you know. What's up, Dean? Yes, sir. So that's what I see. And I think that's good for Tank. I think that's good for Manny. Now, Rolly, he might just be a sacrifice lamb, you know, but Rolly ain't gonna show him respect like Mario Barrio. That's why I brought it up. Because Rolly is not gonna sit there and be a fanboy while he's fighting Manny Pacquiao. He gonna try to knock his head off. So that's why they putting the brakes on that. That's why they putting the brakes on that fight, and maybe let Manny just sit out and wait on the winner of the Jake Paul and Tank fight. Wait till he get that over. You know, and while we talking about this for a minute, knockout. Listen,
yes, sir.
I'm so tired of Lamont Roach ass. Okay,
Yeah, we're gonna get there. Hold on, don't say nothing about it. Don't say nothing about him. We gonna talk about him today. Don't say nothing yet. Don't say nothing yet. Don't jump the gun. Don't jump the gun, bro.
What's up,
Dean? What's up with you, Dean? Salute, bro. Marquis, what's up? Kui, I see you in the building. Salute to all y'all. Let me catch these super chats, KQ. Then I'll get it to you. Big Dog with 10 piece in the super chat. He say, look, bro. These content creators regurgitating my prediction and calling it their own. Shame on y'all. The big dog Willie the Oracle understand. Maniacs are nervous about my I told you so to a part 2. But it's okay. Shout out to Leo Stays with the 5-piece in the super chat. He say, if Tank fights Manny, the weight of Tank is something to keep an eye on and how Tank looks. Yeah, man. Yeah. As far as who Manny is fighting, like I said, bro, Rolly is still the front runner, but Tank is definitely an option for January, and it's for the stuff that I told you, and that's why I'm paying close attention to how much Tank weighs against Jake Paul in this fight. That's why I'm paying close attention to how long it takes for them to announce Manny Pacquiao's opponent, because what people don't understand, KQ, and what I've been saying is that there's a war going on, whether we like it or not. It's between Turki Al-Sheikh and Al Heyman. They are fighting for control of the American boxing market right now. And Tank Davis has pledged his loyalty to Al, bro. He's pledged his loyalty to Al, so he's willing to get in whatever big fight, whatever it is he can do to make sure that they keep winning this fight and that they try to come out victorious with this shit. That is why he's not willing to go over there and deal with Turki Al-Sheikh. That is why he's taking this Jake Paul fight. That is why he may be taking the Manny fight. They are trying to send a message that they still run boxing and that they run the American market. He's the last domino to fall. If Turki is able to get Tank Davis, it's over with. It's over with. So they're still fighting that fight, and we'll see how it plays out. And then obviously, it's just money, man. Like, the fight is trash. Don't get me wrong, but it's 115 million people that live in the damn Philippines, KQ. And them 115 million, they gonna buy that fight. They gonna stream. They gonna do whatever they can do to make sure that they support Manny Pacquiao. Then you put the star power of Tank Davis over here. That's a mega super fight, man. And they rather get it sooner than later, because you don't want to. Remember, they tried to sell Manny Pacquiao to their young superstar before, but remember, Earl Spence got hurt. They've already tried to do this to Manny, where they put him in there with the guy that they building up, the guy they making the star. But Earl had a messed up retina. He detached his retina in training. And Manny ended up losing to Udenis Ugas. PBC was sick about that. They rather that loss be to Earl Spence so they could bolster him to the top.
Right.
Well, now here they go again. A few years later, they trying to sell Manny down the street again. And they rather him be lost to Tank Davis than Rolly Romero, because that's going to make Tank Davis a big star. That's going to make him an even bigger name. And then now they have even more leverage when they try to go do these negotiations with these networks and with these other fighters, so they can stop trying to play them boys in negotiations like that. So we'll see what happens, man. But it's gonna be interesting to see who Manny ends up fighting. I'm still leaning towards Rolly Romero, but with every day that goes by, KQ, and it don't get announced that he's fighting Rolly, and we get closer and closer to November 14th, and November 14th comes and goes, I wouldn't be surprised if a day or two after November 14th they announced that Tank is fighting Manny Pacquiao, specifically if Tank don't get no cuts, if him and Jake Paul just dance around the ring, or if he knocked Jake Paul off real quick and ain't no damage, ain't no big punches, ain't none of that going on. I wouldn't be surprised, man. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Shout out to my dog Kamal Eyes with the 10-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. He says, Tank is doing what all these jabronis wish they could. They're all hypocrites. Other than his last two, Crawford's resume is full of no-hopers. Devin and Ryan both called out Jake. Shakap said he would too. Come on, the only thing I say is two of Crawford's last three were no-hopers. I think everybody gave Spence a shot. Nobody really gave Madrimov a shot. and then a lot of people gave Canelo a shot. So I say 2 of his last 3, not his last 2. Madrimov is sandwiched in between there, and he's so arbitrary. I think you forgot about him. he's so insignificant. I think you forgot about him. I think you was talking about Earl and Canelo. You forgot he even fought Madrimov. That's how crazy it is, bro. Shout out to Big Dog Willie with the 2-piece in the super chat says Jake Paul versus Turkey, Tank versus Pacquiao, spring 2026. Remember you said it was the summertime. Now you coming back to the spring? I got you, bro. I got you. Jake Paul versus Turkey, huh? Yeah, I got you. Conage Drake, what up, man? Salute to you. Drink more water. What's good with you, homie? Salute, man. Y'all please smash the like button, man. We got 200 people in here. I know we can get up to 200 likes, so please get us up to the proper amount of likes.
Shout out to Demetrius Edwards in the cash out. All right. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, man. Thank y'all for supporting KQKC. We appreciate you, bro. D-Town Funk, what's up, homie? All right, let's move to Lamont Roach, man. What were you trying to say about Lamont Roach? What did he do, man?
Now, listen, Lamont Roach fought to a draw. All right, he fought to a draw with Tank Davis. Now, I'm tired of him whining about it. Okay, now I get it. You know, you lost and it's a draw, but every damn interview now, yes, you can't help that the guys are asking the question, but before you start an interview, you should say, look here, now y'all interviewing me, or y'all gonna ask me questions about Tank, all right, or you gonna ask me questions about Pitbull Cruz? Which one is it gonna be? Because see, he already, since PBC released the fight, he did about 10 reactions. He streamed it a few times, and then he gave his opinion on interviews a few times. And now he's talking about, well, I could have took him to arbitration and this and that. Listen, dude, look, all these fighters today are pretty much pussyfoots. The boss is already watered down. Stop crying and stop always trying to do a Devin Haney by going to court every 5 minutes. All right, go in there, take your lick like a man, and move on. All right, now the rematch, it didn't happen. Okay, hopefully it happened when Tank get through on his vacation or hiatus. All right, with Jake Paul. Now, but still in all, don't cry every fucking 5 minutes, dude. Okay, and now you talking about fighting Shakur Stevenson. Okay, now first of all, Shakur fights at 140. You floating up from 130 to 140. Now, which weight are you gonna fight at? Which weight are y'all gonna stay your ass at? Stop whining, dude. You're really getting on my damn nerve right now. I'm serious. Every time I look up, but Tank, he's scared. He's scared. Now he's scared, right? Wow. I didn't see that coming. You know, I mean, it's just getting on my nerve now, dude. I mean, he, sit there with that damn Global Powell goddamn hat on, right? And, put your head down a little bit, like knockout with heels. All right, make it look a little bit better. But come on. Look, you ain't that great, dude, yet. You trying to get what Tank is trying to go to. Yeah, everybody have a bad fight. Everybody don't come out always knocking somebody out. I mean, it's boxing. But stop crying. All these guys today, all they do is just cry. Decide, suck it up and fight and move on to the next one. That's all you have to do. So, man, that's all I was saying, knockout. I'm just tired of his ass. I'm serious.
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming. At first, I thought he was a cool dude and everything, and he got his opportunity, and he gonna take advantage of it. And,
he been filing paperwork on Tank since the amateurs, man.
Man,
he been filing paperwork on Tank since the amateurs, man. I don't think for me, KQ, I don't think it's necessarily that he's talking. It's the dishonesty and the disingenuousness with which he speaks, right? Like, he know Tank Davis got arrested, bro. He know that fight was done. He know the fight was done for August. He know they was promoting that fight and they was about to announce it. But then Tank Davis got into it with his BM and ended up getting arrested. Now, that ain't Lamont Roach's fault, but that's what happened, bro. And then they tried to push the fight back. They tried to find new dates for y'all. They was backed up against the wall, and then it was either you right now and miss out on the Jake Paul fight or fight Jake Paul and come back to you later. And the nigga chose to fight Jake Paul and then come back around to you later, bro. Stop acting like a nigga scared of you because he going to do something that you would do, bro. If they call Lamont Roach right now, he got this pit bull fight, and I Show Speed, who got 40 million people following him on YouTube, he got more people following him than fucking Jake Paul right now. If I Show Speed say, look, Lamont, I know you got the Pitbull Cruz fight coming up, but can you postpone that? Because I'm about to pay you $35 million. I'm about to pay you $40 million if you do an exhibition with me. Ain't a person in this damn chat that believes Lamont Roach wouldn't take that shit, bro.
Right.
He said so himself. Go look at the Dunza Project shit. On Dunza Project, who's a known Tank Davis hater too, he asked him about the Jake Paul shit. He said, I would have did it too, but I would have just did the business the right way. He's mad because Tank Davis went and did this shit and didn't tell him. And my response to that is, did Lamont Roach tell Tank Davis he was going to try to get an email W? Did he tell Tank Davis that he was about to use his name for a whole interview tour and a draw tour? Did he tell him he was going to use his name to promote this Pitbull Cruz fight, bro? Like, we gotta cut this shit out, man. That's the part that gets on my nerves. It's not so much when Shakur talks about Tank or when Lamont Roach talks about Tank, KQ. It's that when they talk about him, they lie. I'm listening to them be very critical of stuff that they're admitting at the same time they would do themselves. Shakur Stevenson is on camera saying he would take the Jake Paul fight while also criticizing Tank for taking the Jake Paul fight. It's ridiculous, bro. Lamont Roach is on camera saying I would take that money and that fight too.
Right.
But I'm going to criticize the person that actually got that money and got that fight. You're a hater, bro. You're coming across as jealous and envious, and that's my problem, bro. Yeah. That's my issue. It's like the cat Showbiz. We all know who Showbiz the adult is, right? Mm-hmm. He got the deal with DAZN or whatever. That's like me and you, KQ, saying I would take that deal with DAZN too, but then criticize him and hate on him for getting the deal. It's just it's nonsensical, bro. It don't make no sense, and I think that's the problem that I have personally, with that shit. So, you got anything else on that though? I'm gonna catch these super chats and we'll keep it moving. You got anything else on that though?
No, not really. Shout out to Mark West too, while you in the cash out, brother. I appreciate you, Mark. Okay.
Yeah, Mark. Appreciate you. Shout out to Kamal Oz with the 5-piece. No biscuit in the super chat says there are 115 million Filipinos in the Philippines and tens of millions worldwide in America, Europe, Australia, and Middle East. That's a huge market. You ain't never lied. Kamal Oz back in the super chat with the 2-piece. He says Lamont Roach think he's Chris Darden and Devin Haney. I don't know, bro. I just don't like. I don't like the shit, bro. I don't like. Be honest, bro. And I get it. You gotta sell pay-per-views. You gotta sell yourself and all of that. But it's like you said, bro. It's getting old. If you really that pressed about it, why you keep talking about them? If I'm that pressed about somebody, if I'm that upset about something somebody did to me, I'm not talking about them. I'm moving on with my life, but he can't move on because they not gonna sell that fight by talking about him and Pitbull. Him and Pitbull are gonna sell that fight by talking about Tank Davis. Watch what I tell you, man. Rick Timms, what's up with you? Salute to you, man.
And knockout, man. Listen, he did the interview where he said, "Well, Tank Davis didn't make it right, but they took care of me, though. Acting like they gave you big money or whatever. No, they gave you a fight, dude. They gave you a fight to shut your ass up. That's what they did. They gave you an opponent named Pitbull Cruz. That's what they did. Quit alluding to Tank did bad business." And now, since Tank did bad business, he made it right. No, he didn't make it right. They gave you an opponent. No, hopefully, maybe to shut you up and talk about something else. I know that would have happened, but you still saying that he did bad business. How you do bad business? You knew what was taking place.
This how you know. This how you know it's dumb. Tank don't even do his own business. Yeah. The same people that did his business and told him to fight Jake Paul instead of you are the same people that you claim and did right by you. He talking about the same people don't you know what he talking about, bro. Yeah. Like you claim that he did bad business, but then that his people took care of you. His people that took care of you are also the people that told him to fight Jake Paul instead of you in November. Like he sound dumb, bro. He be sounding crazy, man. We got Big Dog Willie back in the super chat with the 5-piece. He said Tank beats Jake Paul. Wins by Scorpion Deathlock. The captain for Tank is amazing. Tank and Maniacs should be ashamed of themselves. Tank and Maniacs are pathetic. I don't know who capping, bro. I don't know who pathetic. I don't know who all of that, but I appreciate the super chat. You can't name one lie that's been told up here this morning, so maybe you're talking about somebody in the chat. Damn sure ain't talking about me or KQ, but salute to you, though. Nelly the Don being a YouTube channel member, I appreciate you, bro. Salute to you, fam. Thank you so much. All right, let's go to Jaron Boots Ennis, man. Jaron Boots Ennis had a jaw-dropping performance last night. What did you think of the young phenom, as you call him, out of Philadelphia doing his thing?
Man,
He put on a performance last night.
Now I had mixed messages this morning. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, people say, well, hell, that's what he's supposed to do. Well, that he was supposed to do this and that. Well, yeah, he's supposed to do that because he's who he is. And number two, because the type of opponent he's fighting, that never fought a black American fighter like that. Listen, we all know this is boxing. Anything can go wrong. But what Jaron Ennis did was he put a cherry on top of it. Okay, that way it won't be no problems at all. And he needed that last night. He needed that to get now this ball rolling where he can take over 154. And I think he can. Because even Fondora, if he was supposed to fight Fondora, he still, I think, will outpoint Fondora because Boots is athletic and Fondora is pretty much stationary. But still in all, Boots needed that. He needed to make a statement, and that's what he did, made a statement. I mean, he made a statement like in a minute or something, 118 seconds, somebody said it was, whatever, so he made a statement, and that's what he needed. Now, one thing about it is you cannot say this young man is not gifted. I don't know what happened with the Brian Norman fight. What's what, but all I know is this guy, he got all the makings to be a star, be undisputed. And now, Charlo, he wants to step up and fight him. Jamel. Now, Jamel, he gonna need a tune up or two or three.
Jamel wants to step up and fight who?
Boots.
Man, put the call in to your boy. Tell him don't go out there like that. He don't want them problems. He ain't fought since Biden was president.
Yeah,
you need to chill out.
Right. He didn't fall since Canelo. So he want that fight. But Jamel, good fighter and everything. But no, listen, that's my fighter. He's older now. He's been inactive for 3 years. So Boots don't have time to wait on you to take 3 tune-ups and all that, so Boots making a statement. Now, Eddie got to do his job. I don't want to see him fight Hunter Ben or Chris Eubanks. I want to see him fight. I want to see him fight and make a statement and come undisputed at 154. Because I think he fit in 154 just fine last night. Yeah, he's bigger, but he still got fast hands and still know how to move. Now, last night, he saw something that we probably didn't see with Lima. Now, of course, he started off orthodox. Now, it seemed like that it wasn't working like he wanted or he wasn't comfortable with it. But soon as he went to the southpaw stance, then
it was over with.
It was over with, baby. It was over with, baby. Yes, sir, man. It was over with. Then here we go, combinations followed by right hooks and shit. And Lima, I guess the hand speed was just too much. And, he was like, when he got hurt, he was like, whoa, what was that? So, shout out to Philadelphia. Right, shout out to Dean.
Yeah, you gotta shout out to Philly for the Boots because you couldn't shout him out Thursday night when they lost to the Giants. Dean got a completely different attitude in the chat tonight than he had Thursday night. That boy, in the chat this morning he had Thursday night. Thursday night he was in the chat cussing his own self out. He was just typing cuss words in the chat Thursday night. Now he know how to talk again. He excited. Yeah, shout out to Philly, man. Boots got Dean turned up, man. Go ahead, KQ, my bad.
Dean came in last night, man. Said, man, woo, it's lit out here. KQ, man, it's out here. He was out there outside the stadium, I think, right, or inside. He said, "Oh, it's light out here, man. It's going on. My boy did a thing." I mean, he was having a good time, and I like to see that. I like to see excitement brought to the city. Because just like the Bulls when they won here in Chicago, everybody was just so excited and shit.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So I like to see that. So congratulations to even Dean. Congratulations to him because
man, Philly got him one. Got him one for sure. That boy, they got him one. I think so it's one of those things where I fully expected it, right? And that's why. Listen, dog. Dean was up here on my panel. D1 was up here on my panel. they was trying to tell me, yo, use Limo. Yo, KO, man, this dude use Limo. He can fight, bro. He's good, bro. Y'all underrating him. He's not. I'm like, dog, Boots is about to walk through this dude, man. Like, it's kind of it's mad disrespectful to even act like this dude got a shot against Boots. They were trying to gas this dude. I'm like, nah, dog. Boots is a different animal. He about to do this dude dirty. And even I was like, yo, he gonna get him before round 5. And the channel members know this to be true as well. But that, and I saw Drink put it in the chat, and Drink, you spot on. That uppercut KQ, when Use Limo tried to throw that left hand and he hit this shit and threw that uppercut at the same. Bro, you remember when Jamal Charlo against Julian J. Rock Williams, he caught the uppercut and then, he caught the punch and threw the uppercut with the same hand?
Right, yeah.
Bro, for Boots Ennis to slip a shot, see the shot coming, throw the uppercut, but then roll with the punch like Canelo at the same time while he throwing the uppercut, I say, oh yeah. Oh yeah. It caught Use Limo so bad, bro. Use Limo didn't even realize he was hurt till like 5 seconds later.
Yeah, man.
You ever seen that movie Rush Hour when they were whooping Chris Tucker tail? Chris Tucker was like, which one of y'all kicked me? But it was only one person. That was Use Limo. Is it 2 of you niggas? Which one of y'all punched me, man? What's going on? And then he went in there, he did what Boots do. He finished the job, man. What a it's one of those things where I can't give him too much credit because I expected him to do it, but I will at least give him the credit that I give fighters in his situation in this fight. And that's this, KQ, and I'll pass it back to you. That is, when you got somebody that ain't supposed to be in the ring with you, you show the world that they not supposed to be in the ring with you. You know what I mean? And that's the only credit he can get from me in this fight, right? Is he had somebody in front of him that we all knew wasn't supposed to be in the ring with him, and he treated him like he wasn't supposed to be in the ring with him. And I want Eddie Hearn to do his job and realize,
there you go. Yeah.
Number one, get this man a fight, bro. Please get this man a fight, number one. Number two, there's no reason we should wait to see Boots until like April or May of next year. Nigga fought for 120 seconds. Yeah. I can hold my breath that long, bro. I can hold my breath that long, bro. Get him back in. He should be back in the ring January, February at the latest, bro. What he need a rest for? Yeah. His training camp was harder than the fight.
Yeah.
I'm sure his daddy, like, for real, bro, we just wasted 2-3 months for this. Like, this is what we doing, bro. Like, get this man a good fight. And please, for the love of God, I don't want to wait till April or May to see Jaron Boots in this fight again, bro. He can still do the Virgil fight next year. Because of this performance, he should be able to fight 3 times next year. Get him another fight in January or February, fight Virgil in the summertime, and then get another fight later on in the year. These guys got to get active, bro. I'm like, there's no reason. He ain't do shit. He didn't do nothing. But that's all I got, man. What else you got on Boots, man?
Yeah. I mean, once a year, and not only Boots, all these guys, they need to be fighting at least twice a year, at least, if not more. Because history taught us that these fighters in boxing, they fought 2-3 times a year. In Mexico, they fight 3 times a week over there. But listen, now we got to take a look at what's next for Boots. What we expect out of him. Well, that's up to Eddie, like you said. Now Eddie got to do his job. Now some people think he's a good promoter. I think he's a piece of shit promoter. I think he looks out for the UK, and that's it. And Boots is American star. He's a fighter. Now they asked me last year or the year before, last year, is Boots got the goods? Is he ready? And I said, no, he ain't ready yet. This and that. Then he fought David Amnesia. And I said, yeah, I think he's ready. And he's ready. Please, Eddie, don't take 2 steps forward and then take 2 steps back with this young man. This young man should have been a star. This young man now is going on 30 years old in another year or so. No, he needs to start making his stand now. He needs to start fighting the top 10 guys. Work on your way down. Top 5 guys, if you can. And Ortiz, now, A lot of people think Ortiz is this and that, but I got Boots beating Ortiz. I think.
Hey man, first of all, Ortiz is this and that. Okay, Texas, Dallas, Texas. Okay, he is all of that, KQ. But I got Boots beating his ass too. But I'm gonna be right. I'm gonna be cheering for Virgil. I'm gonna be cheering for Virgil. But yeah, Boots might fuck Virgil up. That might happen. But we gonna be riding with Virgil here in Texas. My bad. I ain't mean to cut you off. But Virgil is the truth. He just it's like one of them things. It's like who is the truth? Like what's the dude name? Trying to go to the Michael Jordan era. Clyde Drexler. Clyde Drexler was a great player. He just came up in the wrong era. Jordan is just Jordan. So Clyde will never got the championship, but got the accolades he deserved. That's kind of how Virgil Ortiz, I think, is gonna be, bro. Virgil is great. He's a very good fighter. We saw what he did to Madrimal. We see how he beat Bohochak, and he's probably gonna end up beating Erickson Lubin too. At least I favor him to beat Lubin. He's just in the wrong era, bro. You just in the era with Boots, and it's probably not gonna go well for you. But go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just had
but still in all, like I say, I don't like to see talent wasted. I don't like to see talent wasted. And when you see a guy like Jaron Ennis, and we all knew for the last couple of years or more that he was that guy. And now this is the past, but when Showtime went to the wayside, I really thought he was gonna go head on and sign with PBC. Since Steve knows who was going over there, I think that would have been a better fit. But he chose to go to Eddie. Now I know it might have been the money or whatever, but Eddie wasn't keeping him active like he should have, and I don't want that to continue on especially with the performance we seen last night. And that wasn't just a drop in the bucket, but still in all, I mean, I think it's more, and I think it's if you match them up great, get a great matchmaker and make them, make it up great, man. I mean, the sky's the limit for the young man. I don't want to overhype him because I expect him to do more than what he did last night. But I just want to be surprised when he do it. And but like I say, I don't have too much else to say about what he did last night because it was too quick, it was too precise, it was too perfect. So I need to see him get in there with somebody that gonna know.
Yeah, he went in there and dunked on that boy and went home. He just went in there, dunked on him real quick and went home. They didn't even get to play the game. He just dunked on him and went home, bro. He dunked on his ass with that uppercut, and then the shit was over with. God, dog, Boots. He said he in and out like a robber. He lived up to his motto last night, bro. Shout out to Kamal Oz with the 5-piece in the super chat. He says no one is talking about this. If Jermell Charlo passes on the Abbas Barral fight, Boots is next up. The WBA mandated male versus Abbas for the full WBA title. That's a great point, bro. If that doesn't happen, I wouldn't mind Boots getting that WBA title from Abbas in the spring, February. You know what I'm saying? And then him and Virgil can be for a world title in the summertime. I just want to see him fight Virgil, bro. That's the one I want him to start his run of big fights. Then after Virgil, go get your Xander, go get your Bakram, go get your whoever the other champions are. Fondora, if he still has a title, go get them shits, man. And then get up to 160. Because I tell you the fight for Boots that I'm looking at, y'all. They the same age. I think they're going to be in the same weight class. The toughest fight for Boots of his generation will not be Virgil Ortiz. It will not be Sebastian Fondora. I think it is going to be Yoenli Hernandez out of Cuba. That is the guy I think is going to be the one that's going to really be able to test him. And he's fighting at 160 right now. Yoenli Hernandez, I think might be the one. Tunnel Vision with the 5-piece in the super chat says statements are not made versus bump fighters. And you're not becoming a star fighting on the zone under Eddie Hearn. That is true. Shout out to Big Dog Willie with the 2-piece in the super chat says KO and KQKC. Why are your taking maniacs hate me so much? Because you troll nonstop.
I don't hate you. I don't hate you. Big Dog.
I think you're talking about people in the chat, not you and me. Yeah, but you troll a lot, bro. And a lot of the troll, and then when you troll, like 95% of your jokes don't be funny. So it's like not only are you trolling, the jokes be lame. And so I think it just annoys people, bro. To answer your question. Shout out to Big Dog Willie back in the super chat with the 2-piece. Hunter on the Hunt told me not to send you a super chat. He told you not to send me a super chat. Okay, I don't think he said that, but I'm gonna read it because I think he responded to you in the super chat. We got Drink More Water with the 5-piece in the super chat. He says, "How the F does Mora and Mannix get paid to be idiots? Mannix swore Limo would give Boots problems. Do these idiots break down film?" That's what I'm saying, bro. And I stand on this. These promotions, these DAZNs, these networks, you're going to the wrong places to get your talents to broadcast sports. You need to come over here to YouTube. Okay, need to come over to YouTube and get some people that know boxing, but they don't want that because if you put me on camera, I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm gonna be like, yo, I'm here to announce the Boots fight. Everybody, go ahead and book your dinner reservations. Go ahead and get ready for the after party. Get ready to go to the club because this shit is gonna be over within 5 rounds. I'm not finna talk it up. I'm not finna fake it. I'm not finna do none of that shit, Cake. Yo, I'm gonna let it be known. Look, man, go ahead and make dinner plans. If you got something better to do, go ahead and do that shit. You can catch the highlights. They're gonna be less than 5 minutes. He about to handle this dude. So don't even worry about it. I'm not finna talk. But so they willing, long story short, Drink, they willing to talk shit up when they know it's probably not gonna go that way. We got Marquis back in the super chat with the 5-piece. He says, tank. Let me help Big Dog Willie out with his initiative. I got you, bro. Shout out to Hunter on the Hunt. Dropping a 20 bomb, another 20 bomb. Bow, 20 piece. This is directly at Big Dog Willie. Says, no, I didn't. I asked the ninja if he would just hear the troll. If so, then take the F off. Yeah, talk to him, Hunter. Talk to that, Hunter. We got Big Dog Willie back in the super chat with the 2 beats. KO, KQ, KC, my trolling getting you paid. Thank Jake Paul. My analysis, KQ's analysis, our coverage of the sport, our hard work and dedication is getting us paid, Big Dog Willie. Okay. All right now, brother. Don't give yourself too much credit now. We got 10 with the 2-piece. No Biscuit in the super chat. He says, cause he 50 and joke like he 12. There you go, Big Dog Willie. They answered your question, bro. Cause you're 50 and you joke like you're 12. I got one more thing about Jaron Boots Ennis. Do you think we're gonna get to see him get the fights that we want to see him get, bro?
Okay.
If you had to put your money on it 5-6 years from now, are we gonna be able to say that Boots got us the majority of the fights that we want to see him fight in?
You know, I was about to ask you this, right? And this is kind of like the question you asked me now. I was gonna say, do you think, and this is kind of answer your question too, do you think the future of Jaron Ennis depends on Eddie Hearn and how he moved? Jaron.
I'll answer your question first. Yeah, right now, yeah, and I just hope that he can see the forest from the trees. Eddie Hearn is horrible, and you alluded to it, right? Like he didn't get to meet, and it's not just me trying to hate on Eddie Hearn, bro, but he didn't get Demetrius Andrade fights. He didn't get Devin Haney fights. He didn't get Shakur Stevenson fights. When those guys did get fights, they either had to count on Turkey to get it, or they had to go to another promoter to get the fights. He didn't get them any fights, bro, and he barely. And then like we could talk about the standing on this fight, but Eddie Hearn has failed Boots Ennis more than he's helped him. He didn't get him the Barrios fight. It took him 2 or 3 times to finally get the standing on this fight. He didn't get him the Brian Norman fight. He didn't get him the Timalifu fight. Didn't happen. The Virgil fight didn't happen in February. It didn't happen this second time. It did. The Rashidi Ellis fight fell through. Charles Conwell, the Ramos fight, over and over and over again. Eddie Hearn just doesn't get Boots Ennis the opportunities that we would be okay with. Hell, one thing that I think it should be a huge red flag, KQ, the second Karen fight, Eddie actually lost that purse bid.
Yeah.
He actually lost the purse bid, and then he had to make a deal with Karen's promoters to try to get the fight over here in Philly because it would have looked crazy for Boots Ennis to have to go to Germany or wherever the hell Karen is from to fight somebody he already beat. He could, like, why couldn't you just win the purse bid the first time? Trying to be cheap. And he's not running his own company.
Right.
So I don't think that I don't think it's gonna be a good fit for Boots Ennis, man. I think Boots needs to get with a promoter that can actually invest in him and promote him, or I think he needs to be willing to go take chances and be a free agent. And hey, what you need me to do to get this fight? Hey, what you need me to do to get that fight? I think that needs to be the plan because as long as he's with Eddie, man, I think it's gonna be hard for him to get fights. That's just my take on it. What about you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Eddie has failed and I'm gonna say go ahead and feel Ryan Ennis. You hollered and you screamed, you kicked. Just said this guy, why he's not a star? Why he's not a star? He should be a star by now. I mean, then you got him to sign with you, and you didn't do nothing no better than Cameron Duncan did. So Boosie just was in limbo at one while. Limbo, pretty much just stuck. And he's too talented to be on the bench or find guys that tune up guys, And so let's see him fight guys like the top 10 154. 154 is stacked right now. There's no reason why he should be going through these fighters. Make that fight. Winston Williams is a damn way. And you know how pretty much you full of shit, Eddie. So talk that shit and get him some fights. That's all I'm saying. Listen, I think we deserve to see some good fighters fight. Some great fights go on. I think we deserve that. And when you got someone young like Jaron, because he's still young, really, in the sport of boxing, I'm trying to tell everybody that Canelo is older than Crawford. No, Crawford older than him. I said, no, not in boxing years, because Canelo had more fights than Crawford. Well, same way with Jaron Ennis. He didn't have a lot of fights. As far as easy fight, yeah, he did. But who gave him competition like that? Nobody. So let's see him move forward. Let's see him see what he did last night. Then the next fight, let's see him top that. Then the next one, let's see him top that. That's how you move somebody. So stop playing. Stop playing with me, man.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, man. You ain't wrong. Can y'all please get the likes up over 200? It's 280 people in here, and we got 155 likes. Can y'all please get the likes to 200? It's free, y'all. I understand everybody can't hit the super chat and all of that, but y'all can hit that like button. Please run the likes up, man. We got 15 minutes left in the show, and I need y'all to make sure the likes reflect how many people was in here today. So please, please, please hit the like button, man. We got Leo Stays with the 10-piece in the super chat. He says, Lima had no chance with Boots. Boots is way too skilled, not a good 154-pound test. Nah, that was just a little showcase for Jaron Boots Ennis. Hopefully we get to see him early in 2026, and we get him in there with a really good, viable opponent that we can be proud to watch our guy Boots fight and be proud to say that he went in there and dominated that person. So, yeah, that's all I got on that. All right, KQ, I gotta play something for you. I want to put it on the screen first. All right, there we go. That's what we about to talk about to end the show. I gotta play this for you. It's a clip of Pauli Malinagi on Boxing Scene, and he had some very, very harsh critiques for one Gervonta Davis that we want to talk about to end the show. And I want to get your thoughts on it. Let me play this for you, man.
If that's the face of boxing, either the fans have gone down to the dumbest level possible, or the media themselves have gone down to the dumbest level possible for naming this guy as the face of boxing. I understand we don't have anything. The fact that maybe this is the biggest marquee name in the West at the moment, right, is certainly disturbing. But it also shows you that you can make anything into a star at this point because of the technology, the social media effect, and all this other stuff. The push can be given to anybody. The question, and we should be asking, is why was this guy pushed?
What do you think of those words from Pauli, man?
Well, first of all, dumbass Pauli. The reason why this guy was pushed because they saw talent in this guy. That's why he was pushed. All right. And so what Adrian Broner did is brought him to who? Floyd Mayweather. And Floyd Mayweather helped him along. Now, ain't nobody pushing him to knock nobody out. He did that on his own. I mean, talent is rare. And when you see someone with talent, you like to pretty much take him to the next level. Now, first of all, technology ain't got shit to do with him beating everybody. All right. So, Paul, no, you sucked as a fighter. All right. Yeah, you was a champion. Now, did anybody build you up? Yes, they did. Yes, they did. So I remember you said that. Because you talk about how you had to take the train to the gym and this and that. And the next thing you know, they got behind you. Look, Pauli, you full of shit. Now, if you got some type of hateful type of way towards Gervonta Davis, you know you do. So stop all that bullshit. All right, you know why Tank is why he's Tank. All right. So therefore, sometimes, yeah, you can get a push from a promotional company. You know, one thing about it, you know, Limo, yeah, he said that before the fight, oh, I'm gonna make my stand against Boots. See, he got a big promotional company, but see, I don't. Now people gonna know who I am when I beat Jaron Ennis. Well, we know how that turned out. But still in all, listen, Gervonta Davis, yes. When you see a lot of talent, you want that talent. You want that talent on your team. So that's why you do what you do. Now, Gervonta Davis, he moved up on his own. Well, I'm talking about his own merit. All right. So he became a good fighter into a great fighter. He didn't get no help from nobody else. Because I don't care how many times you scream out his name. I don't care how many times you put a poster up about him. He got to go in the ring. He got to go in the ring and do something. That's what he have to do. So now, Pauli, listen, you got to stop all that hate. That's why your ass got fired from Showtime. Because, you know, you're racist and you're hateful. And that's a bad combination. I'm telling you right now. You better humble yourself, dude, or you'll get smacked inside the head with some more baby powder. Keep it up. I'm telling you right now. Keep it up. Because, see, I mean, hate is a strong emotion. And a lot of these content creators and a lot of these analysts, they got nothing but hate for this young man. Now, I don't know why, but I do know why they hate this young man. Yes, everybody want to be the top guy. Everybody. That's why Lamont Roach acting like a damn diva, right? He want another payday. And he know he can't get that payday from Pitbull. You know, but still in all, Pauli, listen, stop hating so much. I know you want a great white hope to be the face of boxing. I know, but you just ain't got one. Okay? Yeah. Especially in the lower weight classes. Now, use it, yeah, okay, you want to call him that? Yeah, but he's still not marketable because his ass don't speak English very well. You know, so you got to take all that into consideration. Right, the face of boxing. Let me explain this to you one more time, everybody, okay? One more time. You got boxing, you got the business of boxing, all right? Then the business of boxing is more than the straight boxing. Why? Because business of boxing bring in a return, something that Turkey don't got. I heard somebody say Turkey, Al Haymon gonna learn something from Turkey. What the hell is wrong with y'all? Huh? What is wrong with y'all?
Well, you gonna learn how to spend government money and lose hundreds of millions of dollars? No, you don't need to learn that shit.
Yes, know what I'm saying? No, so please, the face of boxing consists of a lot of things. All right. Not only you have to do great in the ring, you got to do great outside the ring. You got to put butts in it, so you got to sell them damn tickets. That's why Terrence got all the accolades in the world, but he still cannot sell. All right. I'm still gonna stick to that. I don't care you love me or loathe me or hate me. I don't give a shit. All right. Those are the facts. Numbers don't lie. So that's what I gotta say about that peanut kid, racist ass.
Yeah, man. Yeah, talk to him. Shout out to Hunter on the Hunt, big dog coming through, gifting 20 members, trying to catch these lurking ninjas. Quit lurking and hit the like button, man. And let me say this, just as a sidebar, bro. For y'all trying to go back and tell on me to like content creators and stuff, and like, oh, KO said this and KO said that. The person you telling on me to can't mess with me, bro. So I don't know what the point is. The people that you try to tell on me to, they can't talk boxing with me, man. They can't debate boxing with me. So I don't you telling on people they're scared to get their ass whooped. So y'all keep tattletelling, man. We're gonna be right here doing our shit. You know what I mean? But as far
let me say the one thing.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
For Tank Davis, he getting 150 million plus. More than Terrence Crawford getting. More than Terrence Crawford getting. Hey. So that goes to show you what? He got something.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah. I think that Pauli Malinagi is a good example that if you know how to communicate, you can say the stupidest stuff and and some people are gonna ride with it. Number one, everything the beginning of that where he was talking about boxing fans are just dumb and reached a low level, that had a lot of racial undertone to it. Let's keep 100 because he knows, like you know, like I know, the majority of people that support Tank Davis are Black Americans. So he basically saying Black people dumb. Yeah. Right. And trying to disguise it as some boxing take. So that's the first thing. Get your racist ass out of here. Would be the first thing I say. The second thing I would say is to try to say that media members are dumb or media members are watered down. Last I checked, that show right there, they got a producer, right? And the producer tell you what to talk about. And guess what that producer told Pauli Malinagi that day when he took his ass to work? Your ass gonna talk about Tank today. So you can talk about negative. Y'all can say he ain't this, he ain't that, but guess what he gonna be? He gonna be on the rundown, and you gonna talk about his ass today. You know why, Pauli? Because boxing scene need these damn numbers. Think about this for a second. Boxing scene is owned by Pro Box TV. Pro Box TV has Lamont Roach signed, and Pro Box TV and boxing scene said, "Look, we ain't talking about Lamont Roach. We need y'all to talk about Tank Davis. Bring up a goddamn Tank Davis topic." So just remember when he's perpetuating and doing the same shit that he's trying to criticize. It's fake criticism. Number two, most importantly though, the third thing I would say about that KQ is stop trying to denigrate somebody, because last I checked, Tank Davis, yeah, he got a push. Yes, the social media era, but Shakur Stevenson got pushed too. So did Team Alifu. So did Devin Haney. They all have social media accounts. They in the social media era. So there has to be something different about Gervonta Davis that makes people gravitate towards him, because those other fighters that people try to put on a pedestal like Pauli, they had the same opportunity, the same fucking opportunity to be the type of star that he is, but for whatever reason, people just didn't gravitate towards them, bro. He's not a star because of the social media era, and anybody could be a star, and it's so easy to build a star. That's just not true, because if it was easy, we'd have more stars in the sport of boxing, because everyone is trying to do that, bro. It's just a lie. And you alluded to it, and you said it very well. The reason that young man is a star that he is because when they hyped him up and they said he was this and he said he was that, he went in there and he knocked people out. He went in there and he performed well. He went in there and he did what he was supposed to do, what he was promoted to do. When they tell us other fighters are the best, they go in there and they usually underperform. What makes Boots Ennis be talked about the way he's talked about today after that performance? It's because everyone talks him up. Everyone says he's this, he's that, and he's this type of talent. He's that. And then what does he go in there and do? He shows you, oh, Eddie Herman saying this dude real talented. I ain't really hardly ever seen somebody throw an uppercut and roll with the shot at the same time and land right on the button and catch somebody like that fast. Like, he's showing you the talent that they're speaking of. That's the same thing Tank Davis did to become a star, bro. Stop denigrating people just because you don't like them. Pauli Malinagi trash for that. And that was a trash-ass take on his part, in my opinion. Shout out to Drink More Water with the 5-piece in the super chat. He says, if it was easy, as Pauli ass claims, to build a star, why doesn't boxing have 20 active stars right now? Facts, bro. That bozo says anything out of his mouth. 100% facts. That's what I'm saying, bro. Kamal Eyes with the 5-piece in the super chat says, Conor McGregor put hands on Pauli in sparring, and he got beat up by a faded UFC fighter in bare knuckle boxing. Glass Jaw Amir Khan stopped him. Yeah, boy, you trash, boy. You trash, boy. We got tunnel vision with the 5-piece in the super chat. He say, if Pauli wasn't Italian, he wouldn't have gotten half the opportunities he's got or made anywhere near the amount of money he has made. Them is all facts. Them is all facts. KQ, you got anything else for the people, man?
No, that's about it, man. I'm good. I'll be live tomorrow, same time, 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time.
All right, man. Y'all go check out Deem. Deem is about to go live right now. Y'all go check out Deem by any means. KQ, I appreciate you, man. You have a great Sunday, and we'll catch you next time, man. I'll be live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night this week, y'all. We'll see y'all soon. We out of here, y'all. Peace out.
All right, peace out.